Hard Eyes, a horror movie that came out today. I was very disappointed in Wolfman, so coming off of Wolfman, this movie feels like a masterpiece in comparison, but it is a decent movie. I'm not going to say it's great, but it's a decent horror movie. You know, it actually feels like a typical slasher, but it has some good humor in there and some references I understood. There was a Fast and Furious joke in there, but the main characters are okay. Their chemistry is not amazing, even though they try to make their chemistry work on screen, but it's like, eh. But I'm going to say this, the violence and the horror violence is pretty good in this movie, and the design of the killer is really good. It kind of kept you guessing who the killer was, but they have the killer reveal, it goes all Scream-ish. It feels like it's Scream, and it also feels like it's Friday the 13th. There's a scene where the killer kills a bunch of people at the movies, and it felt like Freddy versus Jason, where Jason killed all the people at that party. And the killer goes after couples on Valentine's Day, and I forgot what they call it, but anyway, the motivation of the killer was kind of lame, honestly, but I enjoyed it. I wish there was some parts that were cut out of the movie, like the lovey-dovey stuff, too much of it and too much talking. But once the horror stuff with the violence and all that goes on, it's really fun. I wish there was more of it, and yeah, maybe if this movie is successful, you might get a sequel. And I didn't even know Devon Sawa was in this movie. I was like, oh, Devon Sawa's in this movie. And the one girl from Fast and Furious was in the movie too. But there are some references that I understood that are horror references that some people might miss. But overall, I would give it a 7 out of 10. It wasn't like great, but it was not bad, and it wasn't terrible or anything. It was a good, solid, fun flick. The beginning of the movie, before the killing starts, is like you roll your eyes at the couple that are supposed to be killed. And I'll give you this, after the unsufferable couple have their little wedding thing, it gets really good. But overall, 7 out of 10. Nothing amazing, but I'd still say it's worth watching, especially since there's like literally nothing out until like Captain America comes out.